Hello and welcome back to Bergen Open 2026. We are about to start the men's 1 meter final. We have 8 divers and they are all doing 6 dives each. First we have Kevin Segona from Switzerland and he's starting with inward 2.5 somersaults tuck. That dive was rolling over, unfortunately. He had a really good takeoff, but the ending wasn't as perfect as he would like. Next diver we have Peder Huber from Sweden, Malmö Kappsimningsklubb, and he's starting with back 1.5 somersault pike. A nice start for Peder. It's very good takeoff, rolling a bit over, and he gets rewarded with 6.5 sevens. Next diver we have Andrew Garrison from My High Dive Club from the United States, and he's doing forward 2.5 somersaults pike. A good start for Andrew. He's really friends with the board and gets a really good hurdle every time he's diving here. And the entry is really good too. It's just a little bit rolling over in the end. Next diver we have Shane McConnell from the Edinburgh Diving Club. And he's doing forward 2.5 somersaults pike. Also a good start, just a little bit short in the end, but nice entry. He scores 7 and 7.5 on that dive. And next one, representing Edinburgh Diving Club, James Heatley, and he's doing forward 2.5 somersaults pike. Beautiful start for James, great hurdle, a nice spin and a really nice entry as well. We're 7.5 and 8 on that dive. Next dive we have Darius Loffai from Austria, and he's doing back 2.5 somersaults tuck. Also really good start for Darius. 6.5 and 7. He is standing really good on the board after the takeoff. It's spinning really fast. The only thing that I would have liked to do is that he kicks out a little bit later and just drop it down. That's a good dive. Representing Stockholm's Polisen from Sweden, we have Folke Barenius, and he's starting with inward 2.5 somersaults tuck. A bit too far away from the board, but Folke managed to get the dive really good and nice entry as well. Folke is diving really high, so it's really easy for him to do the dives on 1 meter. And the next diver who won the prelims is Isak Bergen from Bergen Club Norway, and he's doing forward 2.5 somersaults pike. amazing start for Isak as well. It's a nice hurdle and a great spin, a good take, a good kick out, and a nice entry. Is and round 2. Kevin Signoa, forward 2.5 somersaults, pike. He has a great hurdle, spins fast, and get a really nice entry on that dive as well. I am so happy that the men are doing great hurdles today, so we can watch some nice diving. Peter is doing reverse 2.5 somersaults, puck, tuck, I mean. Sorry. It's been a long day. Good reverse for Peter as well. He is standing a little bit on the edge of the board, but he managed to do it good as well. Anyways, Andrew is doing inward 2.5 somersaults, tuck. Decent dive for Andrew. He's spinning really fast. Just a bit. Shane, he is doing inward 2.5 somersaults, tuck. Decent dive for Shane. A bit too far away from the board, and he kicks out a bit too early, so it's a bit short. And James, he is doing reverse 2.5 somersaults, tuck. A good dive for James as well. Darius, he is doing it forward 2.5 somersaults, pike. A nice dive for Darius as well. He is just in the end, in his entry, he is not focusing on his core enough, so it got a little bit over. Folke, he is doing forward 3.5 somersaults, tuck. Nicely done, Folke. He scored better this dive here in the finals than during the prelims. It's still a little bit short, but it was a good dive for him. Isak, he is doing inward 2.5 somersaults with tuck. So the men already had their prelims a little bit earlier this afternoon. So and they were 16 divers, and now they are down to 8. So the 8 first in the prelims moved on to a final round, and now they are doing it. A good dive from Isak. He spins very fast, and he has so nice entries, and it's diving really well today. Kevin, he's doing forward 3.5 somersaults with tuck. Unfortunately, it's the first miss we see in this final. He gets a really good hurdle, but he kicks out way too early, so he can't take it down as he would like. Peder, he is doing reverse 1.5 with 2.5 twist, free position. Well done, Peter. He's diving really good. He's diving great, actually. Scores between 6.5 and 7.5 on that dive. And now we have Andrew on the board, and he is doing back 1.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists, free position. Nicely done, Andrew. So in his entry, he misses his hand a little bit, so that's why he's twisting a little bit in his entry as well. Shane, he is doing back 1.5 somersaults, pike. Great start. Kicks out a little bit too late, so it rolls over, unfortunately, but it's a really nice dive anyway. James, he's doing back 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Nice back 2.5 somersault. Just a bit too far away off the board, and that's why the judges doesn't give as high scores as we would like to see. Darius, he is doing forward 3.5 somersaults with tuck. Folke, forward 2.5 somersaults, full twist, pike. A beautiful dive from Folke. Great, nice hurdle. And he scores 7 from all the judges. Good twist, slightly over, really nice. And now we have Isak. He's doing forward 3.5 somersaults with tuck. another great dive. Isak is really on fire today, this evening. Score 7.5 and 8 on that dive. And moving on to round 4. And we have Kevin, and he is doing back 2.5 somersaults with tuck. A nice back 2.5 somersaults. Kicks out a little bit too early, but he gets a nice entry. Peder, he is doing forward 1.5 somersault with double twist, free position. A nice front twist from Peder. He has a really good takeoff, and he twists is really beautiful, and a nice entry as well. Andrew, he is doing back 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Andrew, he has a really, really good takeoff on this dive, but kicks out too late, so it goes over. Shane, he's doing reverse 2.5 somersaults with tuck. A bit splashy in his entry, but overall a decent dive. James, he is doing forward 3.5 somersaults with tuck. A nice dive for James as well. He's making this forward 3.5 somersault so easy. Missed grabbing his hand in the entry, so it's not as perfect entry as he can do. Darius, he's doing reverse 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Another beautiful reverse 2.5. A little bit slightly short. And Folke, he's doing back 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Another good dive from Folke. He scores between 5.5 and 7 on that dive. And Isak, he is doing reverse 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Beautiful dive. All the men are doing that is competing right now. They are making diving look so easy, and it's so fun to be watching because it's just like so smooth and it's nice. You can tell that it's a final. Kevin, he's doing reverse 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Peder, inward 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Andrew, he's doing reverse 2.5 somersaults with tuck. Nice dive. A great hurdle. Can tell that he's confident on the board, knowing that when the hurdle is good, he's gonna do the dive. Nice. Shane, he is doing forward 3.5 somersaults with tuck. That's an impressive dive. Consider the hurdle he's doing. He's having his toes out of the board, but he's managed to do a good dive anyways. James, he's doing forward 3.5 somersaults with tuck. I'm sorry, he's doing forward 2.5 somersault full twist pike position. A bit short. He doesn't get the rotation as he would like. Darius, he's doing inward 2.5 somersaults with tuck. A nice inward 2.5. A little bit splashy in the end and also a little bit short, but really a nice inward 2.5. Volker, he is doing reverse 2.5 somersaults with tuck. An okay dive for him. He kicks out a little bit too late, so it goes over. But Isaac, he is doing back 2.5 somersaults with tuck. He's back 2.5, well, a bit short. He didn't get the balance as he would like on the board. He almost there. So that's why it got a little bit short. And the final round, Kevin, he starts with reverse 1.5 somersaults with 2.5 twist, free position. An okay finish for Kevin. He is struggling a little bit on his hurdle, so he has to work really hard to be able to do his reverse with 2.5 twists. Peder is finishing up with forward 2.5 somersaults with pike. A nice finish. Scores around 7 and 7.5 from the judges. It was a really nice clean entry as well. Andrew, he is finishing with forward 1.5 somersaults with double twist, free position. A nice finish. When he kicks out of his twist, he goes for the water right ahead, so in the end he's twisting a little bit and doesn't focus on his core, so it goes a little bit over. And Shane, he is doing reverse 1.5 somersaults with 1.5 twist, free position. Nice finish for him as well. A little bit short in the end, overall, good dive. James Heatley, he's finishing up with inward 2.5 somersaults with tuck. He tucked his head in his entry, so it rolls really over. It's a nice spin. Unfortunately, not the finish he would like on this competition. We have Darius, and he is doing reverse 1.5 with 2.5 twist, free position. Darius is a bit too far away from the board, but good finish for him too. It's a little bit short. Nice entry. We have Folke, and he is finishing with reverse 1.5 somersaults with 2.5 twist, free position. Another nice dive and a good finish. A bit splashy in the end, but a good dive. And Isak Berslian is finishing this competition with forward 2.5 somersaults with 1 twist. Pike. A good finish for Isak. scores 7.5 from the judges. And I actually hear that Isaac is made the Bergen Open record with, and so we have a new record on this competition. Isaac, he scores 382.40, so we have a new Bergen record. Congratulations. Thank you, everyone. We will be back soon with the women's 3 meter final. It starts at 7:10, and then we have 8 women will compete in the 3 meters competition. So we will be back soon, and thank you for watching.